Howdy, this is Daniel with Roslyn Rags and welcome to a tie-dye tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show another type of symmetrical fold, and this one is not along the center line of the shirt. So I have a 100% cotton soda ash shirt. I'm going to start down on this end and I'm just going to start fan folding as the perpendicular. And fan folds are just a series of pleats that are just as even as you can make them. That will give you a better result, a more even looking, more pleasing looking result. And I'm just focusing on this section right now. Once we get this bound up, this part will take, it'll fold a little bit easier. Since we already have these folds, it's a little bit, it will follow it. And then once we get towards the end, I'm not as worried about how the fold will come out. It's just kind of the periphery of the design. So here is this part folded up. Now let's bind it. And then let's get this part rubber banded. And you can kind of change the folds as you bind it up. So if you don't like how it looks, you can alter it a little bit. And I'm not going to be too specific about how I finish out these folds, but I am going to make sure that they're all kind of even height, and I'm going to wrap that around just so I'm not dealing with just a really tiny little piece of fabric at the edge of the shirt. And you could, I'm placing the rubber bands kind of at angles. You could also just put one rubber band here, one rubber band here, one rubber band here, and that would dictate where you put your colors. But for this video, I'm not going to worry about that. I'll put one more rubber band on. Alright, so there is our folded design. Let's go dye it. We are in front of my dyeing tray, and it is just a refrigerator shelf, I believe. It has a kind of plastic coating, and I have the rainbow in front of me: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And I'm just going to start right on the center edge that we had folded up, and I'm just putting on some red. And this is kind of a good way to show kind of like halfway through the fold when I talk about that. So I put some red on. Now I'm going to put some orange on. And the more tie-dye that you do, you kind of get a good eye for it, and that's why I turn it over and look. That's generally a good idea of how much dye has gone through, and then you don't use too little bit of dye. You know, if I don't see any dye going through, then I don't just say that that's good and then turn it over to the other side, and I hope that I get enough dye on that side to get good penetration. I'll do that on the first side. So there's some green, now I have some blue. Now I'm holding off on the orange. The orange is a kind of a light dye, so it's easy for the other colors to kind of overtake it. There's some blue. Now I will do some purple. There's all kinds of different color combinations that you can do. You don't have to do a rainbow. You can do 1 or 2 colors, 3 or 4 colors. And they don't have to be going straight up and down like this. They could be more at an angle if you wanted. So now that I've done that, I think I'm going to start with red again and see if I can just finish off the rainbow on the rest of the shirt. And this will end up getting a little bit thicker right here, so I'll have to put a little more dye compared to this area. Just because of the way that I folded it up. There's that. Now I'm going to start off on the edge and just put some purple here. Now some blue. Now green. That'll leave me a good little area for the yellow. Now I'll turn it over, and it should be enough dye that has gone through. Yeah, that looks good to me. So now instead of starting with the red here, I'm just gonna go straight with orange. And this will almost be a full step, where I'm trying not to put any orange on where I'd placed orange before. I'm trying just to put the orange on where I put the red. Now I'm skipping yellow again, and I'm going to go straight to green. I'll just go right here, and I can see where I put the green. It's coming through the fold. So that looks good to me. And since it's right next to the yellow, I don't want to put too much. Otherwise, when I start putting the yellow down, there's a possibility that it will just kind of bleed into the yellow, and you won't really see the yellow too much. So there's some blue. Now I'm going to do some purple. I can see where the purple's coming through and where the blue's coming through from the other side. So I'm going to stop about at that line. And now I have red. That looks good. Then orange now. And you can do different kinds of steps. You can do half step, full step. You can go more than that. Now I'm going to put on some blue over the purple. purple over this section. Now blue again. Then a little bit of green. And now I will do my yellow. It's okay if the yellow goes on top of the green or the orange. That's not really going to do too much to the design. So there's that side. Now I'll turn it over and put orange or yellow on this side of the design. So now I will put this in a plastic bag and I'll let it sit for about 24 hours and I'll wash it out. So here is our folded and dyed angled symmetrical rainbow fan fold. So thanks for watching. Have fun dyeing.